Hey there, it's Bill here with JK Southwest. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's summer's here. It's getting super hot already in southern Nevada. We're in the 90s, about to break 100 degrees. We need to get out of town, get to some cooler temperatures. So we're here in Williams, Arizona, and we're gonna start off on a 3-day trip. So stick around. Our first stop was to check in at the local ranger station to see what the local trail conditions were like and make sure there weren't any restrictions on campfires. Then it was time to head into town, fuel up one last time, and meet up with the rest of the group. Williams, Arizona was a rough and tumble ranching, lumber, and railway center named after the mountain man Bill Williams. Now, it is a popular spot to visit on the historic Route 66 trail. All right, we met up with the crew. We just hit dirt, so we're getting aired down. We're gonna start the trail. Stick around. All right, there's probably not gonna be any crazy obstacles or off-road action on this trip. This trip was all about getting away, escaping the heat, getting away from all the noise and distractions, and just spending some time with the fellas. So hang in there.
Copy, right turn.
It didn't take long until we came across an old homestead known as a JD cabin. This historic homestead, with a cabin, barn, and corral, was originally settled in the 1870s, and it gives a good idea of how pioneers in this area once lived. All right, we've been making our way along the trail and we came across a White Horse Lake, so let's go check it out. Our trail takes us through country that is remote and relatively undisturbed. Along the way, we followed a number of different Forest Service roads, and as we continued, we saw less and less people and more free-ranging cattle. After just a couple hours on the trail, we found an area that would be our campsite for the night. A quick setup of some tents, and we were ready for some relaxing downtime. We threw up the drone, and we were amazed just how far we've traveled in just a short afternoon. There were trees as far as we could see in all directions. Next morning, and it's back on the trail. Okay, we're back on the trail, and today we're going to head down the Great Western Trail, at least a portion of the Great Western Trail. The Great Western Trail runs all the way from Mexico to Canada, and we're running a segment of it that runs through Arizona. And we're going to make our way down to Perkinsville and onto Jerome, so stick around. Today's travel will have us dropping in some elevation, and with that change, it was interesting to see the foliage change as well. Gone were the tall pine and fir trees, replaced by pinyon junipers and sagebrush. Overall, the trail was in really good condition. This was the only section that seemed to be affected by winter's runoff. The Great Western Trail is a 3,100 mile long trail that extends across the U.S. from Mexico to Canada, passing through Arizona, Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana. The trail meanders through sandy deserts and forested mountains, and it follows many of the routes taken by ranchers, pioneers, and explorers of the past. Despite earning a spot on the map, Perkinsville is not so much a town as it is just a ranch, and one of the most reliable places to cross the Verde River via a one-lane bridge. So we made it down through Perkinsville and crossed the bridge there over the Verde River. We're gonna head back uphill a little bit until we get to the old western town of Jerome, so hang in there. And the road changed dramatically as we were soon navigating a gravelly, winding, one-lane road with no guardrail to prevent you from plummeting off the cliff. You had better keep your eyes on the trail. Jerome is a hillside town that has followed a familiar boom, bust, and revival pattern of many western mining towns. Where it used to be miners and prostitutes at the turn of the century, it's currently filled with tourists, artists, and plenty of Harley Davidsons. We've visited Jerome before in the past, so we cruised through town in search of our next camp spot. Another quick camp setup, and it was time to get some dinner going before another relaxing evening, before making our way home in the morning.
So the possibility, we'll discuss it at the logistic meeting.
You got it.
Cornhole?
You gotta have activities.
I mean, I can bring my washer game. A little box with the washer.
Love it. Love that idea.
Or you can have dinner cooking in the crock pot when you're going down the trail. Just get one of the lids that snaps on.
Right? Know your mom likes waffles.
Well, that's it for this time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave any comments or questions you have down below, and we'll see you on the trail.